everybody. I want to introduce my good friend and attorney, Glen Wieland. Hey, Glen, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Tom. And
Glen, I wanted to talk about today about slip and fall cases. I know you've done a bunch of them, and I'm just curious about it happens every day to people, whether they're in somebody's parking lot or whether in somebody's store. But how do they prove that they slipped and fell on a piece of property and sustained whatever damages that they might have incurred through that slip and fall?
well, back in 2010, our wonderful legislature, due to some heavy lobbying from business interests like big grocery stores, et cetera, passed a law that says you have to prove that the business had either actual or constructive knowledge of the dangerous condition. Now, how do you do that? Well, it's all fact-driven. You got to show that the condition existed for such a length of time that they should have known that it was there. The old dirty banana peel on the floor can sometimes work. If they have a roof leak that they've had for a while and it's dropping water, or some of the grocery stores have the coolers that leak water out onto the floor, and they've been whopping it up. That's an issue. Photographs, we have video cameras everywhere. It's important to get to that quickly because these stores usually keep the video of anybody that fell. But it all depends on the facts. I mean, we had a case one time where they had put a rug. It was raining very hard, and they had put a rug to catch the water. But they put the rug on the outside of the front door, which was getting rained on. And when people walked in, they slipped and fell. Our client slipped and fell on the tile floor inside because they were coming in with their umbrella that was dripping water on the floor, and they walked across a wet rug that was outside rather than inside. So, it's all fact-driven.
So, Glen, if for our listeners out there, if somebody were to trip and fall on a business property, what would be your recommendation as to the best way to preserve their case and hopefully help it be more successful if a lawyer is going to pursue it for them?
Well, the first thing they're going to need to do is figure out what they slipped and fell on. What caused them to fall. And I can't tell you how many times we've had somebody that slipped and fell. And most people aren't thinking, okay, what did I fall on? Because they've fallen and they broke their wrist or they hurt their knee and they're in a lot of pain. So they're not really thinking about, well, what caused me to fall? They're not thinking lawsuit at that point. They're thinking, I'm in a lot of pain. I need some help. But they need to be able to prove what caused them to fall. So, if they can, they should take out their cell phone and take some pictures of what caused them to fall, which will help prove, the case. Get names of any witnesses that are around them that saw it, especially names of employees, especially if the employee makes a statement to them like, sorry, I've been meaning to get over there to mop that up. So getting names of witnesses are very important. Photographs are important. Knowing, that they fell on pudding that was on the floor or the banana peel or that there was a leak or something along that line is very, very helpful to them.
So
slip and fall cases are very, very difficult.
So most businesses these days have a security camera, so the other advice would be seek the advice of an attorney right away so they might preserve that videotape if there is one.
Absolutely, because the first thing the lawyer should do is write a letter to the business to say preserve all videos, all witness statements, everything, so that it can be discovered later.
All right. Hey, Glen, tell the listeners how they might reach you.
They can reach us by calling 407-841-7699. Again, that's 407-841-7699, or they can email me at Glen, Glen, at whenjusticematters.com.
Okay, Glen, thanks so much for that great information. I know that our listeners appreciate it.